Here's me using Facebook to no avail. Trying to change the username of Minnow. I don't want it to be at Minnow, T-Minnow. I want it to be Minnow at Minnow. Facebook, Minnow, not T-Minnow. It says here, I can change my username in the page info section. Well, what page info section? Do you think it's that one? Well, let's see. Oh my goodness, what does that do? It gives me the same goddamn page. Let's look at page tip. Oh, let's see all. No, you don't get any page tips. Okay. Where else? Where else can I go? About? Let's just tool all over the place. Are you fucking serious? Did I fucking find it? Username? Edit. Ah! See, I'm tooling through this the third time. First time, see now it's telling me that Minnow at Minnow is not available. I want it to be available because that's what it is. Minnow at Minnow. So it reads Minnow right there. Who has to think this through for you? Why are you fucking screwing me up? Here, sign on. We got a free gamut for your Facebook, for your Facebook time, so you can just jack off on our dime. Nice connection. Nice connection here. You're not actually connecting anyone. I say F-E-A-R-D. You're not connecting anyone to someone, to some met tone. Some met at a tone. How long have I spent on this? Today. 3 times looking how to change that so it can tell me that I can't change my username to my fucking name so that it shows here, so you're looking that up. So I have to put the name that isn't the name so that I can have the username be the name. Is that what I need to do? So I need to create a page that isn't the name I'm seeking so that the username will reflect here. Is that how that works? So this is going to be my 3rd try making a page for Minnow Oso. So 3 tries tonight to get to the information page to change the username. And we're not talking about the night or the day before trying to set up a Facebook page for Minnow. Jesus. You know, imbecile, ally, put a hyphen in it. That's the only way I can make it happen. Facebook engineering is basically treating me as its chump. It does not think very much in terms of leading someone to, hey, this is what we want you to know because we figured this is what you want to know. What the fuck? I put a fucking name in. That's what I want in the search, okay? I don't want to be tooled off looking for your directive to go change my username and then not be able to change my username and have it reflect in your search coordinates. So much for free service that rules the world. Was there something I'm missing here? No! What the fuck? Really? Mew. 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 Are you sure it's not available? Is that one available? Oh, that one looks like it's available. Okay. Oh, we're getting somewhere. Oh my God, we're getting somewhere. Oh dear. Oh, it makes me feel like I need a nap. Oh, Jesus. Okay, so apparently you can change that, but it will do you no avail if you want it to match your name. Which is a polite way of tooling the opportunity to go fuck yourself on your own time. Thank you, Facebook-t. Hating connection so you could get toffed. Buying off the Hawaiians off their land, right? I know you were doing that at one point. They're raising a little upsetness. One can only wonder why you backed off. Someone must have got the word out, the difference between competition and completion, and seen it for itself. This forum, it just isn't right. It just isn't right. And I'm not in a position to create a universal forum, it would seem. Monetarily speaking, I get to speak to myself. Alright, so this really sucked. Let's check the other page that I made in Minnow's name and see if I could change that now that I've been 3 times around. So B for Bezel was a dog I thought I was going to get. I was going to call it Bezel. Camel Toe Cookie. We can check on that. You know, it's funny, people find that and post. There's the picture. Let's make it bigger. Look at that! Those are hot metallic pink leggings. This is a camel toe insert. I wore it to the gym and I worked out. I did remove my camel toe insert. It's made of foam and it's shaped, and it can be a rear view mirror ornament or an ornament for the tree. Rich Road has indicated to me that he would like it. I only made one. You could dangle it with your puffy dice from your rear view mirror. Anyway, I did wear, and it's made of pink metallic spandex, just like the spandex I'm wearing with the precious camel toe insert underneath it. So I wore those pink metallic leggings to the gym. I did not put the insert in, but I put the insert in to drive home, and honestly, it's very empowering. It's very empowering to know you've got a big puffy camel toe. What I mean is, on the way home, this taxi driver thought he was going to cut in front of me, and I decided, no, I'd rather race you. And he could not cut. And so he pulled up beside me, and he was yelling his head off, and I turned up the music really loud and smiled at him. Right on. I'm feeling you. That's my pastime. Yes. Oh, hey, here's pictures of the camel toe cookies I made. Look at this. Different shapes and sizes. Look at that with the little pine nut, little caramelized pine nut ganache. Was it a ganache or a sauce? I can't remember. This one is made with coffee beans and cognac. Got a little butter, and I think that was a turmeric shortbread. So I got different shapes and sizes, you know, bigger little cutouts than others. You know, I did make the ones where I put the chocolate center in this hole here. Do you like the pores? Got little pores too. I put little holes in the, yeah, it's porous shortbread, camel toe cookies. But I did put some chocolate right in the center, and it kind of looked like the orifices got mixed up. And I made the camel toe cookies for my other hand gallery show where I invited anyone to participate as an artist and use their non-dominant hand and advertised the camel toe cookies as a refreshment. And then I set up a camera so that I could watch people snatching the cookies, and it was very interesting for an art show, an art gallery show, that it would seem plenty of people came to look at the refreshments. All right, so B for Bezel. Bezel was a dog. I thought that was going to be the name of my dog, but then I met Minnow, and Minnow's perfect. Camel toe cookie, a cook. Oh, I don't know if that's active, is it? Huh, I don't know. Minnow, this one. And then we've got Minnow, so with a space between. So I just created this one, but Minnow. I wanted it to be Minnow at Minnow. So let's see if I remember how we find edit. You suck. I guess we're going to keep it at Minnow. But I'd really like to do that. And it's not going to let me separate that. Will it let me put a tilde? No. Fine. It's just going to have to do that. What the fuck? Well, okay. I could try creating another fucking page. How did I do that before? I think it was down here. Create a page. Let's create a page again. What do we want to be? A local business or place? Artist? Alright, we'll try public figure. We're going to call it the Minnow. Minnow on this one. Get started. Choose a category. Well, comedian, chef, blogger, band, fashion model, film director. You know what? You can be an artist, but let me see what company's got going on. Minnow, aerospace company, cause. We'll call it a cause. Get started. Minnow is invalid. May we suggest? Yes, you may. They want capital letters. Fine. Go. Apply your capital letters. Oh my goodness. Okay, so how do I get how does it get at. No, you can't be fucking serious. Why is there no at there? And you're just giving me min out. I don't want min out. I want min o to be up there. What the fuck? Really? What? How does this happen? Publishing tools, cause, add a website, add a short description. What the fuck? That's a mighty assumption. Would have a short description on your song and dong by reduction. You can't get a long. Can't get a low. Can't get a gal. Oh, on. One. That I don't get an option to retool that. You gotta be fucking serious. Okay. We're going back. Creating another page. What the fuck? We go create another page. Create a page. Let's try this again. Would we like to be a company? Let's try a company again. No. Get started. Choose a category. Cause. Yeah, let's do it. Looks like you already manage a page. Fuck you. I already manage a page named Minnow. Yes, but it's not in the search, Minnow. Maybe I should delete that page. Then I can find a page that I want to fucking add. What the fuck? Add an ad. How about we make it min o with a space. Get started. Looks like you already have a page like Minnow. Oh my god. How about cargo and freight company? Get started. Looks like you already have a page. What the fuck? Let's go delete some pages. Looks like I almost have a page I could almost use if your instructions were meant to mean something too. In process and product, rather than just have someone tool around with their free fucking time on your free facing Facebook. How do I delete? View insights? No. I just want to delete. How do I delete? View insights. Oh my god! I can view insights all on my own. All on my own when I'm jacked off. I can view insights all on my own. How do I delete? Actions on this page? New. Settings. Help. How do I tag people? Yeah, how do I tag? How do I tag people? Ag. What the fuck? How do I delete? Edit page? Jesus, what the fuck? Settings? Delete? Where is the setting to delete? Template? No, I want to delete. Where's the delete? Where's the delete? General? Page visibility. Remove page! Alright, is this the page I want to remove? Because I don't know. I've tooled around so many. Deleting your page means that nobody will be able to see it or find it. Once you click delete, you'll have 14 days to restore it in case you change your mind. Having my mind was not an option at any given time. After that, you'll be asked to confirm whether to delete it permanently. Can I delete it permanently? Facebook? Okay, so it seems like maybe I just need to delete all this and then try and come back in 2 weeks and then tool this so that I get minnow here in the search and not in the jacked off name. Fuck. Let's waste some time so I can connect. Even if it's just connecting what I see to be. Seriously. Where was page settings? Go back to settings. Edit page. Nope. General. Delete page. Delete, 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 delete. 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 What else? Min now. Let's delete that. Page settings. General. Delete. 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 Why are we asking me to make sure I want to delete? Like, there's 4 checks. All right, so let me see. Well, that was an interesting excursion. What else? I want to get off Facebook now. Turn on ratings and reviews. Really? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Make sure customers can find me. The locust, grasshoppers can find me better on Facebook -t. Are we having fun yet? So Rich, I know that you had a good day, although I'm not sure if you're feeling that now, but there was some, I don't know, I would say that there was some movement. I've got a number of notes from my Twitter escapade yesterday. I'm definitely not okay with you two looking at each other and think that you've had it made. So that's the Twitter escapade to say good thieving night. When you face each other, it's a facade, and it's F-A-C-E-S-S-O-D facade. That's what you have when you look at each other. Among other things, that was in quotation marks in case my Movavi screensaver software freezes my fucking video, because it can get an ad every time I open it, right? But can't actually follow through on its service. I can nail this down. I can nail it down right now. Whether I do it tonight or tomorrow, I can nail it down. And by nailing it down, I get to go for reward on my own. And it's your choice to be fiction or not. On your own or as a couple, you're still fiction. What's great is now I can create beautiful product, and I could do little seminars about how to score your core and your or and your font and your fount, and to make tit up, upped and upped, tupped and upped in the marketplace. I can show what real beauty is on my own. Basically, I can do what you're doing, Rich wrote, in House Industries, and I've discovered your essence is you're putting off is not humility, it's because you think women are not necessary. So sad for you, because that's going to be the fulcrum of your choice of what you are going to do or not do. The other thing is, it's kind of interesting regarding Paul Drinan, who's a person who likes to see himself as front and center, capably of any activity so he can scoop up and chase ass. To score, that's in quotation marks, tail, -d, debt to the rapport and the report, all with hyphens. Paul Drinan gets to stand out with hyphens. He does not get to be a part of this, and I think it's very fitting. I think it's very fitting because it's exactly what he did to me. Offer me a job, I do the job, he pisses on me for no reason, keeps the fucking money, I ask for it, he calls the police on me and serves me a harassment order. All the while, he parties on with hyphens. And I look at his associations and I'm like, this is not a party with hyphens I want to be a part of. And I see his associations and I see the hyphens, and I see the associations and I see the hyphens, and it does not make me happy. It does not make me merry. And so he casts me out, taking my value of working on his deck, of providing his business stance to be capable. And I think it's very interesting now that he does not get in because of his statutory rape and ape provision, -d. And I think it's very fitting. And I'm okay with that. The options for me as a female would be to be made unsustainable for standing for completion and doing a good job. J is your jaw, 0, B. I spoke the truth. I stand for the truth. And he pulled the rug and the landing out from under me, so I would have no sustainability. He told me to go my own way, and I did. Then he sees what I'm doing online, and I ask for my money back, and he sends the cops over. He Jack Doffed to be his messenger. It's also he can have the hyphenated party line all the time and chase the hyphenated tail. He's stacked up to get in line and time. T hyphen parentheses L hyphen IN hyphen E hyphen. TL, total loss. Time and line. His actions are having a say, hyphenated, on my time. And I look around, Chris Busby at the Bollard, you know, all you chummies that go to Brian Baru, and where else does Paul Drinan hang out? Hang out. Okay, you're supporting him to prostitute. And Paul Drinan is simply playing every man. He is a Finnish carpenter that miters to take shortcuts. Shortcuts on me. He's a Finnish carpenter. He's an actor. He considers himself to be a social media, expert. Oh, he's very much into politics too. Don't forget that. Anywhere he can scoop up a woman with a point of view that's hyphenated, you can count him in. He's not the value of building. He only has these acquired skills. If you look at my acquired skills, I'm basically in this position because I'm getting cut off for no reason all over the place. So I've simply put myself in a position to understand what's most essential and jacked off can't touch. Okay, so meanwhile, Paul Drinan's making off with your money for no reason to look promiscuously like he has embellished his time and energy with being perfunctory, to being practical, useful, and having contribution, a pride in something to give, to trade in the marketplace, but it's all just a fucking front. He's chasing tail. That's all that really fucking matters to him. And I'm not accessible, and that's why I was fired. I did not sleep with Paul Drinan. And I was pretty good at telling. I mean, it's second nature. I don't even have to think this. When he's like spazzing off like Zeus, the thunder god, using his theatrical conviction, I'm like, dude, your emotional conviction, I've already worked through this years ago. Conviction isn't truth. So I asked him, why are you going on like a little woman? And I did it in front of another guy. The irony is he was trying to use me to put a show on for the new guy to dominate. But I was just looking at like, why are you going on like a little woman? You know, that trim board that was previously externally placed is going to be okay. If you don't like the position of it, I or yourself can use your little jacked off pinky and we can move it and make it okay. And Paul Drinan's like, that's not good enough. That's not good enough. That's not good enough. Yes, well, I have to say, that's become indelible for me, and now I tell people all the time, this is my party line, that's not good enough. Paul Drinan does not get to join. He does not get to scoop up, and it really bothers him because he prides himself on being the gracious center of attention, capably speaking, capably acting, capably being present, knowing where to be in the center of the dynamics and contributing. And I'm like, go your own way. You're not needed here. You regarded my value, first of all, you wrote it off. And then you got wind of what I was doing. And I don't know if you're trying to repurpose that as if, oh, well, I'm just trying to test you or something. I'm like, you know what? Pick a number. That's in quotations. Okay. Because you're not really testing me by being jacked off. You're not testing anybody who would be brought off, toffed and offed for completion. You're simply wasting time as your fucking destination because that's what you have in mind and that's what you had in mind. There was no thought for me. There's only thought for your narcissism. And it's not my fault that your ballerina girlfriend and you broke up. What you in some way, I kind of feel like you're using me hostage because that relationship didn't work out. On top of having me do work for you, not paying me for 2 weeks, keeping the money, going to the police and getting a harassment order against me for asking for my money. And it's not, he didn't even ask. I put in an email. Hey, Paul, how about you pay me the fucking grand you owe me that you've been grandstanding on and reimburse me for the ladder stabilizer you sent me to get for your job BS site. I think it's fitting that everything that Paul thinks he is, that's in quotation marks, he can't apply here. And that's the way I want it because it's fitting. When you passed off on me because you preferred doffed, you're basically showing me there is no party for me that I would want to join. So it's kind of difficult. I live in Portland, Maine, and Paul Drinan does acting and he does theater and he regards himself as the man of the stage. And you can look his name up, Drinan, Paul Drinan. He does commercials, where women are scripted to fawn and fall over you with some sexual product, and you're like, hey, I'm the man, look at me, I'm the man. It doesn't work here. And if any of you actually enjoy reconstituting a prostituted vision, I would say go watch Paul Drinan on the Stag stage and pay for him to keep thinking that away. -d. No, you know what? I'm not happy. I'm not happy about you making me do my work over and over and over again. And if with you it wasn't enough, you sent Officer Bliss. That's definitely in quotation marks. You sent Officer Bliss as another jacked off. I get to do my work over and over again. Okay? Or your cohorts, Chris Busby, okay, at the Bollard. Oh, stand up. That was dup, okay? Put your own E on there for effort he brought up. Okay, so the Bollard is a little newspaper. You will not ever find a mention of me in it. Why? I mean, I'm sure we could get a gratuity. You'll find Paul Drinan there where he's playing in theater, or where maybe his construction. Is it construction? I know you do finished carpentry, but it's Dorigo Management. So a very main name for this area. Paul drinan owes me $1,000. He has for several years. He just sat on it. I've lamented before. There were several times I thought about that $1,000 because I could have used it. Well, let me think of a time I worked at Trader Joe's and made $250 a week. That's $1,000 in a whole month. What do you think my rent is here? So you start figuring out what life force you are taking away from me. And when you start to think about the life force you're taking away from me, you start thinking about the life force you're taking away from my stewardship that I've modestly thought to procure rather than a human being, a pet. Okay. There's been times I've not been able to support myself here in Maine. And Paul drinan is not a reason to proclaim any fame as framed. That he would have made one whit of difference in my vein. V-E-I-N. So while you laud him on the stage, and he's impressing you with skills he stole, okay? He stole value, so he can presuppose that he could give it, and give vet, and give ven, and give vent. I get that he's trying to find a way in to contribute to my value, and I'm like, nope, you're not getting in. And it's fitting. And I don't care who in the law hyphen you call. You're not getting in. And it's fitting. You, the party man, who wants to be the center of attention and the center of plum pickings of opportunity to screw the you, are not getting in. You have no contribution to make here, which means you're not necessary. Now, you go your own way, just as you told me to do. Thought we needed to settle that, because I know you're stalking me. You're not getting in. It's fitting, and I agree with the fit. So when I'm happy and not a crab, it's not about you. You're still not getting in. I am so tired of carrying your T hyphen parentheses L hyphen O hyphen AD. Toad and load. Total loss. To add, toad, and load. Tired of it. Tired of it. And when you add dick hyphen T, you're simply adding another jacked off for me to reconstitute myself for no reason, because you don't care to follow through even. Now, Now let's see who's the stage, the theater, the decking, the comedian, right? Let's see who's the funny merrymaker now, knowing you can't get in, no matter what you do, dude. You can't get in. You have no contribution to make, and you're not necessary. We also start to see who charity is for. -d. Wasn't necessarily what I was planning to do tonight. I was planning to do those notes over there to nail this down. That's all right. It's a start. There's no line in the sand, Paul drinan. I can't imagine what you could do to cross. Your actions pretty much say that if someone is necessary to their self, and I don't mean self in quotation marks, you will not have it. You personally will not have it. It is no different than what Kevin Stein is doing at PTE, Precision Technology Engineering Machine Shop in Kittery, Maine. No different. Kevin Stein made that decision on his own also. All the time trumpeting up with Joel Heisler, oh, I can't make this decision on my own because of the law. For 2 years, this goes on. This person goes missing whimsically and talks about drugs at work and smells like weed. It's not hard to know why he goes missing whimsically and doesn't take plan time off. I take plan time off. And Kevin Stein, on his own, personally decides me doing something for myself on my own time because he's spying on me on the open line. He will not have it, and have vet, and have then, and have vent. He made that decision on his own. All of that before that was just this hokey illusion, smoke and mirrors of a conversation of, well, we got to do things by the law. Well, not when it's regards to someone. He will not have. Okay? And this is a Christian that puts the daily bread, and that's in hyphens and parentheses and quotation marks, in his foyer. He touts himself as a polished Christian, God-centered man, but he cannot recognize it in front of him. For God forbid, if he does, he will not have it. And he will act on his own secretly. He fired me when I when I filled out paperwork to take time off while I was off. Cute. You, honestly, don't think that you're a unique doff, because you're not. I'm only so good at this and understanding your predictability and orientation because I have a lifetime experience of putting up with you. And it's taken a while to put the puzzle pieces together to see it through. And I will inform you, there's no going back in terms of ignorance. Seeing through is seeing through. You're all framed doffed. This much I can count on you. So that's why I encourage you to bring your whole patriarchy, and I'm going to just use it like a lever. L-E-V-E-R. Because I know I can. I've got the handle. Among other things. There's nothing nice about what you're doing. There's nothing nice about having me work and rework my work that I've already worked, and it's been honest and I did not shirk. What shirked was you. Spinning me your tooth that you had something to offer to when you meant thiefing through. Okay? So all you ladies that think Paul drinan is attractive with his like bobblehead on like his little shoulders that kind of do this. He's got this bobblehead that I can't keep it together, but hey, I can make a cute picture, I guess. If I go look for him online, like Match.com, did I meet you on Match years ago? I think you had those same pictures up. eatrunread@yahoo.com, is that it? Is that your email? Yeah, he has the same pictures, and I've been in Maine just over 15 years. He has the same pictures. It kind of seems like it's time for an update. I was just thinking about that though. I was thinking about that this morning, like, it's fitting. The person that regards him as so free in the land as a man and free to be like, hey, I'm the man and you women are going to come to me and I'm going to chase you, and I could go into this microcosm of politics, of theater, of trades, of skill, of travel, of I've got ideas, of I'm going to be your MC at your fashion show, blah, blah, blah. Cyclist, I'm going hiking outside. Yeah, I could do some partying, that you meld and overlap with so many groups, including, hey, let's meet for a drink and a beer and an ear. And it's fitting that now that you see what matters, because you passe-inn-g, and I'm like, fine. I will continue on my own way. That you can't have a part of it. It's fitting. It's fitting because now you get to feel, and the world is going to start reflecting your illusory zeal. You never contributed for real. You contributed for R-EEL-. And that was enough for you. And that's what you based your decision on, doing this to me, stealing my money, stealing my value, using that to front your business value as if you were solid, SOLID, and making me less sustainable in the process, wasting my time, my money, my energy, the beauty of my hands. You go to Brooklyn and don't pay me for 2 weeks. So Paul affords himself and his business money to travel and vacation and go places and probably screw someone, and or at least prosper the idea that he can because he's the man, and not pay me for 2 weeks and then not pay me at all. Oh, on top of the egregious ball-bearing show you put on top of me for the benefit of another guy at the at the job site, just as a show of dominance. Uh, this is so absurd because I don't ever take a break. So the 1,000 that Paul owes me for the time that I worked with him, I never took any breaks. Union standard, 15-minute breaks every 4 hours, never took them. Lunches probably weren't a full half hour or hour. I don't know. I don't remember. I'm thinking that you owe me more than $1,000 with the ladder stabilizer. The irony of that day when you used me to put a show of dominance on for the new guy, you're like, hey, let's go take a break. And I'm kind of like, really? We take a break? And then you did your theatrical episode. And then I looked at you and I was just like, why are you going on like a little woman? I didn't mean it to put you down, but the fact of the matter is you were going on like a little woman about an issue that it was trim board. You didn't like his position here. There you go. You need my pinky? Fine. But I'm going to question you. Why are you going on like a little woman? Because I think your pinky is just as good as mine. Zeus, Thunderbolt, Escapade. Well, that's not good enough. I'm like, why are you going on like a little woman? It is my right to ask. You're doing no creed and credence here with what you think you would smear the mere ear. -d. Doffed. To get toffed. If only for what you think. -t. Narcissism. Paul Drinan needs an audience. For no reason. Apparently. He's leading false suffering. False facing, false aching. He's fake and acred doffed. And he's making his mark as doffed so he can be her doffed. Yeah, that occurred to me today. It's fitting. I was aware of you watching things unfold and sensing your emotions. And I'm like, why is he like pretending to be a cheerleader? You portended to end my virtuous stance by not having money to pay my rent. Albeit, it's not a virtue in the competitive marketplace for no reason to place doffed. I know better now. It's still not your right to voice a job for me to do the work and you to take it from me, which is date rape. If you're speaking, you have a job and I do the work, I've completed it. When you do not pay me, you've turned the time into competition, and that is d-ate-r-ape-d, date rape. you're suggesting that it's my problem that I heard you when you spoke to me that you had a job and I believed you. I'm saying that's not good enough. Don't speak. Unless you mean it, too. Process and product. That way you won't mislead anyone else, which is your whole legendary rep hyphen p hyphen ass hyphen t hyphen. Okay. Chris Ballard, you can't expect me to be happy with these associations that are hyphenated that you play a par hyphen t in. You're simply fortifying Paul Drinan's stance to get to TOO-L-S-S-D-STD. You stud and duds. Yeah, I think it's going to be more interesting to administer to you exactly what you administered to me. Go your own way, Paul Drinan. Sit there gnawing on the outside like, how am I going to get in and contribute? Because I'm naturally the center of everything. And I'm like, you're not going to be here. You're not here. You're not necessary. You are not necessary. Ta-da! It's exactly what you did to me, except you date raped and kept my money and misled me. Very upfront about it. You're not necessary. There. Now, the only reason I know that is because you treated me the way you did. So, fair is fair. I don't want you here. You don't get to contribute here because I did go my own way. I do not need you. I do not need you to prostitute what you would have done because I saw what you did. Okay? And you did it when you presumed I was a nobody and nobody was looking. You did it because you thought you can get away with it. That's good enough for me to know who you really are and what you care for from afar and affair. Taking the focus off of Paul Drinan because he thinks it's all about him. There's really no way to win with Paul Drinan. It's about me again. It's about me. I'm like, seriously, you need to go. Plain and sim, Paul, you need to go.